welcome to a brand new episode of Ranger Now. I'm Brad Savani, your host. Sam's going to be here next week again with us, but it's the week of November 17th, and we're starting off with a great interview. Give a round of applause to Sam and Andre from Kappa. Woo! Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you. How's it going?
Good. So, either one of you can answer this question. You're both dressed great. Thank you for coming today. I appreciate it. What is Kappa all about?
Kappa is all about brotherhood and togetherness and social networking. One of the biggest reasons why I joined Kappa Alpha Psi was because of the brotherhood. You know, growing up, I never really had anybody older to look to, so getting into Kappa Alpha Psi has really gave me mentors that I really need, people that I can talk to on a daily basis, people that I can pretty much look up to, and it's inspirational to me. So
excellent. So you would say this was very, you can answer this question too, very beneficial to have a type of brotherhood where you guys stick together, and this could carry on to the rest of your life?
Yeah, definitely. So Kappa Alpha Psi is a lifelong membership for brothers that come into the organization. One of our motto is achievement in every field of human endeavor. So being connected with like-minded people who are about achievement, so achievement in school, and then that changes as we get older. So achievement in the family, achievement in the workplace, achievement in our community. And so for me, being in an organization with like-minded individuals who are focused on achieving in everything that they do it's been an amazing experience, and I know that it's something that I live with, and hopefully my sons, when they go into college, is something they decide.
So to be in this fraternity is to be part of something more than just an organization on campus, more than just being here every day. It is those memories that you share with the same people that share the same bonds.
Definitely.
So what is one memory that you would say you've had that just carries with you right now? Do you have a specific moment that really hit you as a member of Kappa?
Well, the moment that we had a probate, that was the greatest time.
What is a probate?
Yeah, what is a probate?
Okay, so a probate is basically an unveiling. Everyone has their moments of time when they seek out Kappa, and you really don't hear from me throughout the semester. It's because I'm pretty much preparing myself to become a member.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so basically that's an unveiling. No one knows who I am, and it's an actual show. So at the show, we wear a mask or whatever we decide to do. It's going to always be a theme behind it. We unveil ourselves and we reveal who we are within the school.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
So it's a very dramatic experience. And so we invite. So our organization, it's a city chapter, so it consists of students who go here to Parkside, students in the Milwaukee area, in the Kenosha area, and so it's an unveiling, and we get all these students from all these campuses, and they're coming to see like, who's the Kappa, who are the new Kappas, and so yeah, it's a really exciting experience. To add to that, one of the most memorable moments, and there's so many. I remember we were at the University of Iowa. The University of Iowa. So just our road trip, and even though Iowa is one of our neighboring states, having that opportunity to just jump in the truck and then all of us riding down there together for the weekend, it was an amazing experience. So when we're here on campus, a lot of it is work, but when we have a chance to party and have some fun, there's always a lot of good memories there. So
see, that's very inspirational right there.
Yeah.
Just sharing those moments with other guys who just you want them to grow the same way that you do. So that's important. So you'd say right now, either one of you or both of you, your growth has been so essential being a member of Kappa.
Tremendously. One of the best, another good thing about Kappa Alpha Psi, being that this is a brotherhood and a fraternity, the bond is very strong. Just to piggyback off what my big brother says, it's a lot of work. We're achieving in every field of human endeavor, but the best part of it all is that we're able to connect with brothers along the nation.
Okay.
We're like-minded. It's amazing that I can go to California and meet a brother and barely even know him, but I feel like I know him for a lifetime. So It's amazing.
That's awesome.
And so if I can answer too, you talked about growth, and I
Yes,
think everybody who comes into the organization, we all have a different set of goals or a different life plan. And so being a part of an organization where we can grow toward those goals together, I think that's huge. And one of the amazing things is, as Andre said, this is a national organization. And so if we're looking at wanting to grow in our scholarship or in our studies or professionally, being connected to such a strong network of people. In the history of our organization, we go back to 1911. And so just being connected to that heritage, to the history, and then people who are here right now to help us grow toward our goals, I think it's an amazing experience. And then we can measure that growth, because I think everybody can say, I remember when I first became a Catholic, you know, I was this way, or as a student I was here, as a father I was here. But as the years go on, we're in the company of so many like-minded individuals. It's like the proverb says, it's iron sharpens iron, so it's one man sharpen another. So us just being sharpened as we're growing toward whatever that goal or life plan is that we have.
So that's great. How does someone become a member of Kappa? Is it, I know you talked about the unveiling, but how would they take the steps beforehand to get involved? So
one of the things that we want to do is opportunities like this to get information out about our organization, to just expose Kappa Alpha Psi to certain audiences or to any audience. We are a non-inclusive organization, so anybody, if you're a male in college, can join. There are certain requirements for a grade point average and then an interest in service. And so basically also what we have to do is to express an interest to a member. They can reach out to us through our website, through Facebook, through the internet, and let us know, like, hey, I'm interested, I want to learn a little more about the organization. And so just by building that connection and expressing interest, we make sure that we keep in contact with that person. And then there are orientation opportunities where those people are interested can learn more about the organization. And then there's a process that happens so that a person would know what they're getting into and being prepared for a lifelong commitment to this organization. Okay, excellent. Do you guys have anything coming up right now? Anything big for the rest of the semester here?
Well, I mean, tomorrow I will be leaving to go to Minnesota. I mean, like I said, that's just the fun of the bund.
Yeah,
so,
right.
I get to go to Minnesota tomorrow to see Roger Wilson. It's basically a conference. It's a leadership conference that we have every year. We have 2 meetings that consist of the province meetings when everyone from the region comes, and the C. Roger Wilson's leadership conference that we have. And it just so happens to start tomorrow. I'll be gone for a couple of days.
Oh, there you go. Nice. Plus you get to enjoy that time in Minnesota too, so that's always fun.
Yep. And there are, so we always have, as I said, we're a city campus, and so at Marquette University, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, Cardinal Stritch, Carthage, and Parkside, we always have events happening. If it's a fundraiser event in the form of a party, we also host forums because we want to create conversations and dialogues about things that relate to personal finance, sexual responsibility and reproductive health, citizenship, getting out to vote. And so we facilitate a lot of dialogues that are specific to college students and young adults who are being prepared for that adult independent transition. So there are always events that we have, and we rotate them from Parkside here to some of our campuses. And if someone were interested in checking out those events, we always keep that information on our website or on our Facebook page, so that they can just follow us and be advised of the opportunities we have coming up for them to get on board. Even if they aren't a member or if they are already a part of another organization, like I said, we open this up to college communities and students in campus communities, because there's information that we want to get out and share, and we're open to partnering with other organizations in their events so that we can share in that information.
Excellent. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate your time. Now, there's 2 things before we go. The first one, tell me about the shimmy. What do you guys do? That's the way that you guys...
Yeah. So everybody, the ladies love the Kappas. The ladies love the Kappas. And so there's this little, shimmy that we do to kind of draw them in. And it's a fun, just kind of thing that we do when we stroll. If the music is right and the lights are right, we do our thing.
Awesome.
So, yeah, you have to come to an event to check it out.
All right, sweet. And I hear you have a hidden talent, and what is that hidden talent?
I sing a little bit.
You sing a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you throw it on a track for us right now?
Throw it on a track.
Okay. You're as pretty as a picture. You're as sweet as you can be, for I love you, oh sincerely. You're everything If ever I should lose you, it would surely break my heart. For I love you, I adore you. You're my Kappa Alpha Psi sweetheart.
Wow.
No.
Oh, look at that, man. That is awesome. Well, thank you, gentlemen. I appreciate your
All right,
time.
thanks so much for
and,
having us.
we'll definitely be linking up all the information that goes with Kappa for this episode, so you'll want to check that out as well. These guys are great.
All right, thanks so much for having us.
Just no problem. In the short time that I got to know you, Sam, and I've known you for a while, Andre now, inspirational stuff coming my way.
Thanks
and
so
I look
much.
forward to seeing your growth too in the future as well.
Absolutely.
Just keeping in touch. So
Absolutely.
these are the guys from Kappa. Just some of them. You got to meet the rest of the guys. They're great too. I'm Brad Stefani. Stay tuned after the commercial break. We've got a great guest coming up next, and that's Kayla Copeland from Rainbow Alliance. Let's give her a round of applause. How are you, Kayla?
I'm good, how are you?
Good, good. So, I really don't know. What is Rainbow Alliance all about?
That's a complicated question. It's basically an organization to provide support and resources to students who identify as LGBT or in that community, but also to allies as well.
Okay.
It's just a place to come and hang out for social events and also to learn information about what it means to be part of that community.
So, is it a big community right now? Is there a lot of members attached to
We
it?
have a decent amount. It fluctuates depending on the week, like any organization. So I'd say on average we're between about 15 and 20 who attend the meetings. But again, it just depends on.
So, what about the events? You said that you have a nice slate of stuff coming up? Or?
Yeah, this semester's been kind of quiet, but we've got a lot of stuff coming up in the upcoming semester. So
Okay.
we're going to focus a lot on bringing allies in, which is important because I think right now we have a stigma of just being strictly LGBT, which we're not. We're definitely Rainbow Alliance, and so we
Okay.
want to focus on people outside of that particular community and bringing them in and involving them.
And what is your role particularly in Rainbow Alliance?
I am vice president, so I do a lot because we are such a relatively new as far as up and coming on the campus as far as our impact on it. So I do pretty much everything.
Just all this
yeah,
stuff going on.
e-board supports each other, so we all kind of have our hands a little bit in every part of it.
So, how does somebody become a member of the Rainbow Alliance?
We have weekly meetings. They are Mondays at noon in Molinaro D105. It's
Okay.
right underneath the bridge over
So
here.
go down.
Yeah, so every week you can stop in at any time. If you can't make it at noon, we stay until 1 usually on most days. So, and if you can't do that, we have e-board meetings directly after. So you can come to an e-board meeting and we'll fill you in on what's going on there.
Excellent. Now, when it comes to Rainbow Alliance, what is one thing that you want to tell a student that they get really out of it, the most important thing that you think would be good for them to know if they're joining?
Well, for me, it was really all about a support group because whether you identify as LGBT or whether you identify as an ally, it's just a place where you can go to find people who are like-minded, people who are ambitious, people who have goals, people who want to be involved in campus. So although we are Rainbow Alliance, and so we do focus on that aspect of it, it's just a place where anybody who's interested in being involved in campus and being surrounded by people who are supportive can go.
So I know around campus there's things called safe zones.
Mm-hmm.
Is that involved with the Rainbow Alliance as well?
It's not directly involved with us. We do support it. It's basically anybody can go to the safe zone training. And if you have gone through the first and the second course of it, then you are then safe zone trained. So you get a sticker, and anybody who sees a sticker knows that they can go to you to talk about things that are related to that. You get specific training on how to deal with certain situations and how to use certain words and things like that. We're interested, we definitely want to take steps to be able to run that as well, because then it would provide a lot more opportunities for a lot more people to get the training. But right now we're just on the being trained side of it. So.
Okay, excellent. When you came from high school to college, how did you learn more about LGBTQ?
Well, that's an interesting story because I do identify as lesbian. But before I came to college, I went to community college before this, and in high school I was never a part of it. Especially if you do identify in the community, it's very hard sometimes to be out and open about it. And so that's a benefit of having Rainbow Alliance, and especially my role that I take personally, being a part of it, is just educating people. Whether you're out about it, whether you identify with it, there's just a lot of knowledge about it that's not well known. So there are a lot of questions that people have, and maybe they aren't even aware that they have these questions. So I was in that situation when I was younger and in high school, and so now being at this campus especially, there's a lot of resources, and Rainbow Alliance is just one of the many.
Well, it's excellent that you're here, and Rainbow Alliance is here to help any student that needs at any time.
Definitely.
Well, I have a random question of the week for you.
Sure.
Like, what would you say is your favorite type of, I don't know, what's your favorite type of ice cream? Because I go down to Brickstone all the time, and I never see anybody over by those ice cream things. But what is your favorite type of ice cream?
See, I'm pretty boring because I'm a sucker. I love all ice cream. Like, if you put ice cream in front of me, I will eat it. It doesn't matter what it is. But my favorite is definitely chocolate.
Chocolate?
And if you could get me like chocolate in chocolate, like double fudge chocolate ice cream or something, I mean, that would pretty much make my life, so.
I'm tempted to go down to the Brickstone and try that machine. I know it's sitting there. Do you ever?
I know, I've never knew that it was there.
Yeah, it's
now,
in the corner
my
of it.
whole
There
life
you
is
go. Now we
changing.
know. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us
Yeah,
today. I
absolutely.
really
It's a
appreciate your
pleasure.
time. We have Haley Klinkhammer coming up next. You don't want to miss out. Thank you very much again, Kayla.
Yep.
Now we're here with our last guest of the show, Haley Klinkhammer. How you doing, Haley?
Doing well, how are you?
I'm doing good, thanks.
Good.
So, in a second, you're going to be singing a new song, right?
Yes.
Okay, we can't wait to hear that. But first, how did music start for you?
I started playing the guitar in 7th grade, and I've been singing my whole life. And I started putting YouTube videos up in 8th grade, and then I've kind of taken to a music career from there.
Oh, awesome. So you must have a lot of subscribers now.
Yeah.
And how many do you have?
I think it's around 127,000.
Wow, that is a ton. I can't even fathom that. There's a lot of people like. So when you come to that part where you're making albums, how many do you have right now?
I released my first EP of 4 songs called Freedom in 2011, and in 2013 I released Finding Myself, which is an EP of 7 songs, and then I am on December 2nd going to release my first full-length album called From Where I Stand.
Oh wow! And so can people pre-order that now, or?
The pre-order starts on November 18th.
Okay.
So yeah, there'll be 2 weeks of pre-order, and then it'll be live, and I'm very excited.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you here. What are you singing today?
The song is called La La La, and it's the first single from the album. So.
Okay, we can't wait to hear. Well, thank you, Haley, for
Thank
coming
you for
aboard.
having me.
And here she is, Haley Klinkhammer with La La La. You don't want to miss out.
I've got some things to straighten out before I can even think about what could happen if you accepted me for everything I am. All my thoughts and my confusion could present with the illusion I don't have everything together. And I know I don't have it all figured out. reflection's not what you see.